Hey, it's V from the A-Team, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we've changed our format around a little, so now we are doing episodes based on specific scenes. Today's scene happens inside of like a network comedy, maybe a teen coming of age kind of thing. Let's take a look. I'm here with Seannie Bryan, who is a director of photography here in Los Angeles. She films a lot of music videos, specifically also focusing on a lot of lighting, combining different color temperatures, and also lighting gags. Seannie, what is this like kind of scene that we're going for?
So the scene that we're going for this is just kind of a typical bedroom scene, but I wanted to do a little more dynamic stuff like adding in a color accent because you'll get different color temperatures and different environments, also incorporating like a lighting cue into it.
So the first thing that you're kind of contending with here in the wide shot is the sun. And you really can't get rid of that in this scene, and you don't want to. You kind of want to use it to your advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to do that. It is a daylight scene.
So once you had a little bit of natural light coming through the window, it wasn't hitting your actors, it was kind of just ambient. You added another light that was punching through the window. What was that?
So that was just a 300D, and we wanted to use it to add a little bit more control. So that would be an accent light that would kind of rim the actors, add a little bit more of an accent on the bed, just give a little more consistency throughout the window.
And then you introduced this top light.
That I wanted to use as something that was more of a lighting cue. So we have one of the actresses enter the scene, and when she does, she turns on the light.
It's kind of a practical, it's not on camera, but it is the light in the room.
Yeah.
And how did you set that up?
So I set that up using a Minimax stand, which is basically like a menace arm, but it's contained in one. So with the Minimax, you would arm out the 300D with the mini light dome too, just to provide some diffusion and keep the actors from that harsh shadows from above.
It's also important to use a light that's bright enough to really counteract the sun in the background.
Yeah.
And then you actually switched it up a little bit and introduced a tungsten color temperature into the scene.
We had a bathroom right off frame, and I thought that would be a great opportunity to add like a different color temperature and make the scene a little bit more dynamic.
And you have a lot of play with that Tri-8C, that color temperature adjustable light, because you can take it all the way to 2900 degrees Kelvin and make it super, super warm. And then punching in for the close-up, did you change any lighting at all?
I actually didn't change much of the lighting. I also find like if you're working on a time crunch, it's easier to kind of set the lighting throughout the room and let it be customizable in tools like dimming, if possible, if you're working with LEDs that have that capability. And that way you can move and you can get your coverage really quickly.
Awesome. So let's take a look at that whole scene all put together. All right, so if you want to be like Seannie has some tips for you.
A few tips for the scene: don't be afraid to mix color temps because that can create realistic situation. Another one is utilize the lighting in a practical location to your advantage and work with it instead of against it. And then the last thing would probably be that you can change lighting in the middle of a scene while you're recording. You can use your actors as ways to affect the scene and make it more dynamic.
Yeah, what I like about this location specifically is that you probably have a house with a room that you can shoot in and get this exact look. But as far as locations go, our comment question this week is, what is the coolest location or your favorite location that you've shot at in the past? Seannie, what's yours?
There was a giant abandoned church that was actually previously Department of Water and Power in LA that I shot at, and I was fascinated by it.
I kind of want to go there.
Yeah.
No lie. So we want to know, tell us your stories, and the best answer is going to win an empty SKB case, so you can fill it with all your goodies and go out and shoot. If you enjoy our content, if you find this really useful for yourself, then please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow either of us, our social media links are going to be down below, and we'd also like to know anything else you want to tell us. We'll go and read it, so be nice. Until then, have an awesome day, and we'll see you later. Bye.